What are Jell-O gummies? When will the next season of The Bad Batch premiere? And was the newest Avatar movie better than the first? Well, I talk about all that and more on this episode of the Toddcast. Hello everyone and welcome to the Toddcast. As always, I'm your host, Todd McManus. It is glad to be back. Of course, I was actually gone for a little while. A couple of the last episodes that you listened to over the past couple of weeks were, of course, pre-recorded, and I kind of had a break, gave myself a break, that I want to give y'all, the listeners, a new episode every week, every Saturday at 7 a.m. Central Time on your podcast providers, and every Monday, the following Monday, at 7 a.m. Central Time on YouTube as well. I'm trying to provide that to y'all, and I will provide that to y'all. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to take a break, go to some different vacations, is what I did. Went to like 3 or 4 different places. And I was like, okay, so how do I need to do this to be able to not just skip weeks, but keep providing the content to all of you listeners while able to take a break? So it was like, you know what? I just need to spend an entire week in do like a mass recording is what I call it, where I would record like 2 to 3 episodes a week in advance and then put them out there. But this episode, do not worry, this is not pre-recorded. This is being recorded the same week as it is premiering, which it is premiering this Saturday, January the 7th. And so a lot has happened. While on my travels, I watched 2 new movies that I'm going to be talking about here. And first off, I want to go ahead and say happy 2023. It is, of course, the new year already. We're going into the next year, 2023. And if you don't know, January 11th, which is next Wednesday, is the 3-year anniversary of the Toddcast, which is quite insane. It's a little I can't even put it into words of realizing that I've been putting out a weekly episode every Saturday every week for now almost 3 full years. That is kind of wild to me, but if you want to celebrate, just tell your friend or somebody about the Toddcast. On January 11th, the 3-year anniversary since January 11th, 2020, and it was a different world back then, I'll tell you that much. So, go ahead into some news here that I wanted to go over. Starting off with some Star Wars news from Disney. Season 2 of Star Wars The Bad Batch, the series that is on Disney Plus, is already premiered. It premiered on this past Wednesday, on January the 4th, with 2 episodes, and it'll be a new episode every Wednesday for the next couple of weeks. I have not watched them yet. I haven't had the time with working and everything else going on in my life. I have not had the time to watch them, but I will watch them in the future, and I will let y'all know when I watch them. I heard that they were pretty good. I mean, it's season 1 I watched every episode of season 1 of The Bad Batch, and that was a great show. But I'll let y'all know if season 2 was good. I haven't watched it, like I said, but I know some people have watched it, and they said it was pretty good. So I think that it's going to be pretty good if you like that kind of show, I think it'll be really good. So, season 2 of The Bad Batch, the first 2 episodes are now available on Disney Plus. If you like the first season, or if you've never watched it, go watch the first season and the first 2 episodes of season 2. Also, Star Wars news that was released a few weeks ago is that the new video game, the new Star Wars video game, which of course is the sequel to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This is the sequel titled Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Now, that's a really cool name. I gotta be honest with you. That is a very cool name. I like it. I've only seen... It's not really a gameplay trailer, I guess. I mean, there was gameplay in it, but they released a new trailer that you can go check out on YouTube. for Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and I'm interested to see what the story's going to be. I'm interested to play it, and this game will be released on March 16th, so I'm very excited about that. Of course, other games I haven't really tried yet that have been released. I played the High on Life game. That's pretty good. I haven't finished it, but I have played some of it. I haven't got a chance to get God of War Ragnarok. I don't even own it yet. I was hoping it would go to the PlayStation Plus subscription service at some point soon, because the first God of War is on there. What else? Starfield, made by... I forget their name. Starfield, made by the people who make Fallout and Skyrim. Starfield is going to be releasing in the first half of this year, so anytime between now and June. I'm going to guess maybe like May or June are my guesses. What else? There's some other games that are releasing soon enough. Apparently there's going to be another open world Star Wars game that I don't know if it's Ubisoft's or somebody else, but apparently there's going to be another Star Wars game that might end up coming out later this year or the beginning of next year, but I think we're going to actually get like some word about it, you know. Oh, and then of course like Spider-Man 2, the sequel to the first Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man game that came out on PS4. There's the sequel to that is going to be releasing this year. And I think the Wolverine game is coming out next year in 2024. So I'm not exactly sure. I do not remember exactly. But we got some interesting games and some good games that are coming soon and in our near future that you got to be looking out for, as well as the Star Wars series and all the Marvel series and movies as well. So I don't even know what the next Marvel series is. They haven't really said what it would be. The next Marvel movie that'll be premiering in theaters is in February. Don't know the exact date. Oh, it's February 17th. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. February 17th, the weekend after Valentine's Day, is Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, which I am very much looking forward to. It looks like it's going to be a really good movie, and I will watch it, and I will let y'all know how it is. So I'm excited to see it, and yeah, I'm just excited to see that movie because it's like, it's stepping up, because viewers and fans of Marvel were kind of complaining about the first two Ant-Man movies, which was Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp. They were complaining about them that, you know, they're trying to be funny and they're kind of, you know, not big movies, you know, they're just like whatever, you know. And then apparently Marvel heard that and was like, all right, and then they're going to make this third Ant-Man movie a huge deal because in the story, because Kang is the villain, and he's supposed to be the next big bad villain for all of Marvel, and he's literally just the villain in this one movie for Ant-Man. So, I don't know. It's the third Ant-Man movie, which I'm assuming is going to be the last Ant-Man movie. And Ant-Man might die in this movie. I'm definitely thinking somebody's going to die. Either him or Hank Pym, the older ones, you know. I don't know for sure. I definitely think somebody, a character we know well is going to die in that movie. So, I don't know for sure, but that's just my guess. That's my prediction for this movie, but I definitely think it's going to be really good. So, like I said, I watched two big movies over the past few weeks, and I'm going to go ahead and I will give my review of both of them. So spoiler warning for both of these movies if you haven't seen them yet. I'll start out with Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Spoiler warning if you haven't seen this movie. I will be talking about not everything, but hit some high points of what I can remember because it has been a little bit since I've seen this movie. So this movie was good. I enjoyed it. I definitely think... I don't know if I could say it was better or worse than the first Black Panther movie because it's so different in that since Chadwick Boseman is no longer with us, that I think since he has passed, you know, and that this movie has to go in a different direction, it is not. I can't really compare the two, saying that, oh, this is better than the first Black Panther movie, because I just can't say that, since it's different and and he's passed. But in the movie, they say in the beginning that he has some disease, and that T'Challa, who was played by Chadwick Boseman, has died, and Shuri, his sister, couldn't really fix him, and so that's what happened there. And yeah, so it was very sad for a lot of people, and I definitely think that people probably cried during this movie. The funeral scene was rough for a lot of people, I feel like, but it was a really good movie, and the ending ended very well, of finding out that T'Challa has a son, and I think he also named him T'Challa, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the future of this franchise. They're definitely probably going to make a Black Panther 3, because Shuri took the juice or whatever they smashed together to let them drink whenever they're laying down. She drank that, and now she's the Black Panther. So I don't know what's going to happen. I enjoyed it, though. That's not my favorite Marvel movie, but it was really good. It was up there. I'll have to do a Marvel movie tier list in the future, which is coming, but I will find a Marvel movie tier list that has all the Marvel movies from the first Iron Man all the way to this newest Black Panther movie, and I'll have to put together my own Marvel movie tier list of what I think is the best to worst. But yeah, it was good, though. I enjoyed it. I think it was one of the better Marvel movies this year, so pretty good movie. So the next movie that I got to see that was new over the past few weeks was the newest movie, and more recently was the newest Avatar movie, which is, of course, Avatar 2, but it is called Avatar: The Way of the Water. And I enjoyed it. It was very long. It was over 3 hours. It was a little over 3 hours. And I don't think it needed to be 3 hours. There was a lot of filler that happened in the middle. There was a lot of stuff that happened to where it was like, okay, this could be cut out and it wouldn't affect the story at all. There were some chase scenes and fight scenes that definitely could have been shorter. But I do think that it was good. I mean, I liked it. The story was good. It visually was great. It looked really good. But it was just too long. That's like my only complaint about this movie, is that it was just long. It needs to be under 3 hours next time. So apparently they are going to make an Avatar 3 and 4. I think they are going to go up to 5. But I don't exactly know. From what I've seen recently about the rumors going around and what people are saying, is that Avatar 3 their fight won't really be with the human people. Is that the Avatar people, the Na'vi is what they're called, I think, are going to fight fire people, which are their own Avatar people, but instead of being blue, I think they are red, which will be interesting. And because the last people they met in this movie was the water people, kind of like the water tribe from Avatar: The Last Airbender, is kind of how it is. So now the Fire Nation is going to attack, is what's going to happen. So now then they'll have to go to the Greens and talk to the Earthbenders, and the Airbenders, and then the Sun will be the chosen one. He'll be the next Avatar, and he'll get the arrows on his head, and he'll be able to bend all the elements. So that's what's going to happen in the Avatar movies. But that's what it seemed like to me. It reminded me of the Water Tribe where they went to in that movie, where Jake Sully and his family went to. But yeah, it was cool. I liked it, but like I said, my only complaint with the movie is that it was just god awful long, being over 3 hours when it didn't need to be. James Cameron, who directed it and wrote it, he got his point over. He got the good story and point over. But the general dude who was the bad guy in the first Avatar movie, he died at the end of that, and then they made a clone of him as an Avatar in this one, and then he didn't die at the end of this one. He was saved, and he'll come back, but I don't know if he'll be the main focus of the main villain in the third one, but maybe the fourth one. I don't know. He'll have to come back. They need to let him lay out for a while, because I definitely think that they just need to shift focus and create something new and refreshing now. So, but it was good. It looked really good. The story was good, and I enjoyed it. It was a good movie. And I watched it in 3D, which was something too. So, with all that out of the way, go ahead and get into some questions here. I have one question from a listener out there. And if you ever have any questions you would like for me to answer on a future episode, please go down in the description of this podcast, and there is a link. Tap or click on that. It'll take you to my YouTube channel. Go on one of the videos, and in the comments section, type out your question. And it could be a would you rather question. It could be just a random question about, do you like this? Or what about this? Or would you rather do this? Or this or that? That kind of thing. Do that. And you can also recommend any flavor of candy, food, a drink, anything like that. To me, I don't have any food. I don't have any food allergies. I don't like certain foods, but I don't have any food allergy. If it's a candy or chocolate something, I will try it. If it's a drink, I'll try it. And if it's any kind of food item, as long as I don't have to cook it, I'll try it. So, but go ahead and type out your question and your food or drink recommendation in the comments below, and I will get to those as soon as possible. So, thank you for this listener who submitted this question, and we're going to go ahead and read it right now. So, their question they submitted is, which do you like more, Popeyes or Zaxby's? That's a good question. Popeyes or Zaxby's? I actually had one of those for lunch today. I had Popeyes for lunch. Man. I definitely think that Popeyes is better than Zaxby's. That's just my opinion, but I'm not entirely sure what your opinion might be. But Popeyes, in my opinion, is better than Zaxby's. I think it's pretty easy. Zaxby's is good, but Popeyes is just better. Popeyes, they got that mashed potatoes and gravy. They got that good chicken. They got them good fries. That's just what I like. But, we all have a different opinion, but it's pretty simple as that. I ain't got to do much deliberating that Popeyes is definitely better than Zaxby's. So, thank you for the question. And as always, in the future, put your questions down in the comments below, and I will get to them, and they will be read and answered on a future episode of the Toddcast, as well as your recommendation of food, candy, or drinks as well, because I have got 2 candies with me. I got 2 gummy candies here that I'm about to review, and if you want to see a picture of these 2 gummies that I'm about to review, these gummy candies, head on over to the Toddcast Instagram page where you'll see a picture of it. That is at @the_Toddcast_. Only on Instagram, of course. And you'll be able to see these and try them with me or try them after I review them. They're like, hey, he liked it. You might as well try it, So I'm about to try these right now. And we're going to start off with Jell-O gummies. Now, I've never heard of these before. I don't even remember where I got these. Here, if I can open them. Here, let's do this. I've got scissors in here just for this reason. There we go. Ooh, they smell good. All right, let's pop this open. Okay, these are Jell-O gummies. Oh. Okay. Let's see here. Well, these look weird. Oh. Why are they like that? They're like a circle, but not all the way. You know, like they're not connected. So there's 3 different flavors. There's lime, berry blue, and strawberry. I'll try one of each flavor. Here's the strawberry. Okay. That's good. Okay. Let me get one of these green ones in here. Okay. Strawberry's pretty good. I'm going to try a blue one. Okay. Alright. Alright, now it's time for the green, which is lime. Excuse me for my smacking. These things are very gummy. I gotta really gnaw on it. Okay. Alright. They're okay. They're not top of the line, the best gummy I've ever had. I mean, I could probably finish this bag, but they are 6 pieces. It's 110 calories and 18 sugar, but somehow there's 1 gram of protein. So, they're good. I mean, they're really gummy. Like, you can gnaw on these suckers for a long time. But on the scale from 0 to 100 with no decimals, I would probably have to give these probably just a good old 70, because they're good, and I would probably eat these again, but I wouldn't like seek them out. I wouldn't go to gas stations or Walmart and be like, where are the Jello gummies? You know, I'm not going to walk around and run around each store hunting my sole purpose to find Jello gummies. That's not what that's not what I plan on doing. But other than that, I mean, they're pretty all right, you know. Like I'm definitely gonna finish this bag after I'm done recording this. But yeah, they are a pretty okay gummy, you know. So the next bag of gummies we have here is something I've actually been wanting to try for a little while now. This is Sour Patch Grapes. Now, in the future, I will say this, that I will be doing a full Sour Patch review where I'll just get different Sour Patch Kids, where it'll be like the regulars, the watermelons, these grapes. They make a peach, and I think they make a strawberry. So, and I'll see what else they have besides any other, like the base sour candy. I'm not going to go get Sour Patch ice cream and try to rank that against regular Sour Patch Kids. That wouldn't do it justice. So, these, oh, okay. Oh, they look like little bundles of grapes with a crap ton of sour stuff on it. How neat. I'm a sour guy. I like sour candy way more than spicy food, I'll tell you that, because I've talked about that before, that you can ask yourself and ask your friends and family, are you sour or spicy? Because they're both 2 different things, and I feel like not many people are both. That you either like really spicy food or you like really sour candy. Like, which one would you rather have or choose? So, just ask yourself that. So, I got Sour Patch Grapes here. They look pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and give them a try. Okay. Alright. These are not sour at all. They taste good, though. I like grape flavored stuff. Some people don't, but I do. That's better than the Jell-O gummies. I mean, it's just Sour Patch Kids, but they're not really that sour. But the flavor is there. Like, there is more flavor in these than it is in the Jell-O gummies. I would give Sour Patch Grapes. I'd give them a 78. No, I'd give them an 80. I'll go all the way to 80. These are really good. I would have these again. Like I've said before, I'm not going to go and seek these out. But if I do see them, I'd be like, you know what? I might have to buy me a bag. But these Sour Patch Kids grapes, these are good. I do enjoy these. I'm definitely finishing this bag. But Jell-O gummies sit at a solid 70, and Sour Patch grapes sit at a high 80. They're really good. I'm definitely going to finish both of these bags here in a minute. So, with all that being said, if you have any question or food, candy, or drink recommendation you would like for me to try and review on a future episode, as well as your question you would like for me to answer, please put that down in the comments section below on the YouTube video version of this podcast. And I think that's going to do it for this episode. As always, please rate and subscribe. And if you're listening on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell to get notified when new videos are uploaded. And make sure you follow the Toddcast only on Instagram for all your updates and Toddcast needs. And tell your friends and your family to give it a listen. And thank all of you for listening to this episode. And if you want to know what's going to happen next week, we're just going to tune in to find out. Only on the Toddcast.